What's up, everybody? It's Smooth from Keeping It Smooth. On this video, man, I want to see what y'all think about it, man. You got Corey Holcomb on here, man, talking about relationships. You know, he always has some controversial views on relationships and how they go. But I think he making a point, man. He talking about the relationship game, how it is today, and kind of how it is from his perspective. So let me know what y'all think.
Show, we have some riveting topics. And I want to start out with one that I'm sure Craig will have something to say about. I love when Craig get into the topics I come with because he does his little quick research and he has always got something great to say. But listen, I want to say to the ladies, you're going to have to deal with this because even though I'm saying it now, even though I joked about it on Cam Newton's show, this is what America is about to turn into. Men all over America, you should really listen to me, especially if you have something to lose. Marriage is the old model. Your relationships with most, I would say 80% of the women in America should be transactional. Let me say that again. I'm talking to all men. 80% of the women you deal with in America, the relationship should be transactional. 20% of the women in America are worth trying to build with, but the other 80%, you should have a totally transactional relationship with them. Because we don't know how to pick a woman. Let me explain something to y'all. Corey Holcomb likes to go to the strip club every once in a while. Do you know why I like going to the strip club every once in a while? Because I am absolutely blown away and fascinated looking at all of the female bodies. When you don't look at that all the time, when you're not around it all of the time, you are blown away looking at all of the female bodies in the strip club. I actually like that I'm not used to it.
And there's a couple of good
I
reasons.
enjoy looking at them so much. It's like it's so fascinating to look at all of the different human bodies. But check this out. I wouldn't pick a stripper to be my real girl. Now this way it goes to what I'm talking about. We don't know how to pick a real woman. Corey Holcomb would look at the strippers as if they are not to be chosen as the real girl. But let me tell you something. The women I've chose to be the real girls are worse than the strippers. I get more honesty from the strippers. The women who I have tried to build with have all lied to me. The women who I have tried to build with have told me I'm no good because I have been a philanderer. A philanderer is a guy who messes with different women. I have been that. But when I dig deep into the women that I have been in serious relationships with, they're all scumbags. And I look at the stripper like the stripper is nothing. But I'm telling you, the women that I've been in relationships with, when you really break down how they try to make it seem like I'm bad and they're good, when I dig into who they are, I find out, oh, this is a dirtbag.
That's a crazy point, man. It's crazy that he believes that. But when you think about it and you think about relationships and the people you've been with and the things you go through with those people, especially after you go through a breakup and the way they treat you or they try to come at you or they try to harm you in any way, financially, physically, anything, you really feel like they some fucking dirtbags. And the fact that he say I'd rather deal with the stripper than these women, I can kind of feel him on that. You know. I ain't mad at it. I am not mad at it. But let's see. Come on, Core. Talk.
I've been in relationships where a woman will hide what she has, but take everything I have. We'll go to court to take everything I have, but hide everything they have. But the stripper bitches I fuck with, I'm able to communicate with and get what I want, long as I come up with what they want. This is what I'm saying. This is why America is so messed up right now. You are better off in a transactional relationship than being in a relationship with somebody where you put trust into them by allowing yourself to be married to them. Because when you allow yourself to be married to them, if you don't know by now, I don't know what rock you're crawling from under, you're entering a contract with the state. Marriage used to be between man, woman, God. Now, when you get a marriage certificate, the state owns you, your wife, your kids, your property, everything, and they distribute it as they will. That's why you shouldn't get married. It's an old model. You should have a woman or women you deal with, and it is transactional until you find that 20% that might be a queen worth merging with. But it's very rare that you're going to find a queen in this hot mess of insincerity. Because that's all it is. It's a hot mess of insincerity. The women are trained to make you think you're no good, but their life reflects failure. Their Facebook, their Instagram, their TikTok, it all reflects failure. You can look, women who get on there and talk shit about men, I'm not mad at you for talking shit about men because I know it's gonna be a dick in your mouth later on. When women talk crazy about men, I don't never be mad at them. I'll be like, yeah, all right, you either gonna have a pussy in your mouth or a dick in your mouth. Because the desires of sex is a very powerful desire, and once you start indulging in it, I mean, especially men, once we get to having sex, we love it. It's part of our coping with the world mechanism. But I'm saying women do the same thing. All these so-called relationship gurus and all that, they're sex-driven creatures. They're sex-driven creatures.
Hey, they just as sexual as we are, man. They act like we the only ones that's lustful and that's out here trying to get it, but women want it just as much as we want it, if not more, especially if they 40s. And they in their 40s, they want it way more than we want it. I'm talking about they some like they in heat, baby.
Talk about the men and the women. The so-called female doctors, they're on these shows making a fool out of themselves in front of anybody with common sense. And I'm not just talking about the one that I have issues with because she went on the Breakfast Club and lied on me, Miss Bryant. I'm not talking about her. There's a new one out there, and she's talking about all these standards. And because Nick Cannon is a gentleman, he went very mild on her. But he did say, because she was talking about fakeness, and he was like, but you got weave in your hair, right? And she froze for a second. Because it's all a fake display of nonsense. If you want to go to school and become something in society, or if you have money, you cannot have a relationship with a woman that has marriage. You cannot have a relationship in a woman where, what is it called when you live with somebody long enough?
Common law.
A common law, you're gonna lose, dog. You have to have a transactional relationship with the person you with, and when they get tired of that, you start a transaction with somebody else.
Hell yeah.
That too, and you know, marriage isn't right for everybody.
Right.
And but if a couple is like serious about being together, there are plenty of other ways and contracts that one can sign. Like let's just say that you care for somebody and you're like, okay, well they're not gonna be able to get the health benefits or certain things. What if I die? Just certain things where if you were married, then that goes to the wife or the husband, right? So there are other ways to do that. It doesn't have to be a legal marriage, depending on what they want.
Darlene, what happens is a lot of guys with money who get these top-notch looking women.
They won't put that with that.
I'm saying, okay. Like, you understand what I'm saying so far? When you get money, you normally get top-notch looking women.
Right.
But they all come with terrible baggage for the most of the
you
part.
better write some
They
shit down
come
in
with,
an
I'm
agreement.
talking about some of these women that you see and you are attracted to them, the baggage they come with is insurmountable.
And I know he ain't lying on that, because some of the most beautiful women I've ever had have been some of the most difficult, hard-headed, insecure women I've ever dealt with. So yeah, he got a point on that. Just because they're beautiful don't mean they say all that. I promise you.
You're gonna lose. So what you do with that woman, you have the courage to sit down with her and talk and say, I'm willing to do this for your body. Because that's what I want. I want your body. Now, if the man starts catching feelings, that gives the woman bargaining chips to be like, well, you've caught feelings, so I want more. That's how I think it should go. And if he catch feelings, he understand, okay, I caught feelings. I don't want nobody else touching you, so I'm willing to do this, to have exclusivity. All of the things should be negotiated. It shouldn't be, oh, you my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend type stuff no more.
Right.
Those days are over. The women of society are luring you into a pit that falls victim to the system. They literally have an invisible rope and they pull you in. Because like you might, look, I'm not trying to talk about my business, but I'm here to tell you, man, you can't go off what nobody say. Because in the end, to stop you from being happy and free, they will run to the system and give the system all of your information so that they can try to hang you.
And that system is like the big brother that's behind the bully, right? It gives them the kahunas to say, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I want, and if you try to do something back, I got my big brother. But they big brother's the system, and it's the biggest big brother ever. It ain't no beating that big brother, man. So it's a tough predicament to be in, especially when they envious and they feel a certain type of way about you. They gonna use that to their advantage, and it's tough on us out here, man. It's real tough.
I'm talking to all of these guys that are in a relationship with a woman who be like, oh, I would never do you like that. No.
I think it's a mistake though to enter into a relationship with somebody if it's transactional. That's like spending the night at a store. Excuse
Because
me.
if it is, you still, again, you need some sort of a formal contract.
Of course, no, I want to understand, like,
Which, by the way, we spoke about before.
Greg say he think it's
It's like spending the night at a store. Like you go to the grocery store and you say, you know what? I'm going to just spend the night in this motherfucker. Then, you know, halfway through the night, the employees are going to be like, man, what the fuck you still doing here?
Stupid.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You
Of
still
course.
shopping? Like, you know, so.
of course.
Yeah, especially since most women are presenting, who are operate in that way, an idealized version of themselves. They just creating a personality to match yours so they can get you to say yes more, but they really don't, you know what I mean?
Which, by the way, reminds me of the song, and it's fire, is Tyrese's song, Love Transaction. Very good song. And that was recent. He just put that out this year. Very good song.
Craig slobbing and
Of
spitting.
course, I think like I just wanted to make sure Craig got his chance to say what he said because, like, you know what I'm saying? This is great debate here. Yeah. Craig, I still think you are one who believes in the world in a way that's not realistic.
Really?
I think that you believe that there's a woman out there who's going to be what you would hope she would be. Now, this is what I want to say after I just said what I said. Maybe there's a woman out there for some people that will be what, not even what you hoped it would be, just will be loyal and not deliver you to the system. Right. I wish that for everybody. But chances are you're not going to find that. Chances are you're going to find what you've been running into. What you've been running into, you're probably going to run right back into it. Every once in a while, you get blessed and you find an angel that really got your back. Not an angel.
He said Craig a sucker.
He said Craig a sucker?
Who said
That's
that?
funny shit.
But listen.
All right. Let me know what y'all think. I think Corey trying to give Craig some. He like the uncle to that boy. He trying to sell him what the world like before he fall into that trap. And Craig just, he's stuck on his beliefs. But time always tells. But I mean, let me know what y'all think. Like I always say, like and subscribe, and always keep it smooth.